Hey boys and girls, it's Mrs. Heinhorst, and I missed you guys so much today. I still went into school, but you weren't there. So what I did was I drove home and I was thinking, how can I still connect with my kiddos even though we're not all at school together? And so what I thought was, well, I have this really great classroom library at home, and so I could just choose a few books and do some read-alouds, and then we can kind of talk about the books together, even though we're not here together in person. So to get us started, I chose two different books, one for today and one for tomorrow. And you'll notice that they're both about pigs. And I know, Mrs. Heinhorst knows, that this book, The Three Little Pigs, has a wolf in it, just like The Three Ninja Pigs does. So that's something you'll find out in this one. But there are two books, both written by a different author, but I want you to be thinking as I read these books aloud, how are these books similar and how are they different? So today, we will start with The Three Little Pigs, and it's written by James Marshall. Now, just looking at this book and then looking at the back cover, I think that this might be a what? Fiction or nonfiction book? Yeah, I'm thinking fiction because fiction means fake, and I know that pigs don't really wear clothes or perform on a stage in front of people or wear hats or carry flowers or paint or read books or sleep in beds like humans do. So let's get started and see what this book is all about. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her three little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. "Now, be sure to write," she said, "and remember that I love you." And there they go, marching off. The first pig met a man with a load of straw. "I know," said the little pig. "I'll buy your straw and build a house." "That's not a good idea," said the man. "Mind your business, thank you," said the little pig, and he bought the straw and set about building a house. It took him no time at all. Very soon, a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." I like how cool he looks in that picture. Like, nope, you're not getting in my house. This annoyed the wolf to no end, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig. It's a lot of straw. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. "I've got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy those sticks and build a house." "I'd think twice about that," said the man. "Oh, pooh," said the little pig. "What would you know?" And he bought the sticks and went to work building a house. "Very pretty," he said. I wonder how this piggy's balancing on this stick. I know that pigs weigh a lot. That doesn't seem like a good combination. No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." The wolf didn't care for that at all, and he said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Ha, ha, ha," said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he gobbled up that little pig. Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. "These bricks will make a fine, sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea, my good fellow," said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. "Nice and solid," said the little pig. "Nice and solid." I decided to give him a British accent because he's wearing a bowler hat and glasses and a coat, and that kind of reminds me of something a British person might wear. But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." I noticed that the wolf has a pink balloon that a few pages ago one of the pigs had. That tells me that the other pig does not need that balloon, so it tells me that maybe that wolf ate the other pig. Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." "Oh no, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, until he was quite blue in the face. The house stood firm. "I'll try another approach," muttered the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. "Little pig, I was only teasing," he said. "By the way, I hear tell that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?" "Oh, I'm much too busy now," said the little pig. "What about tomorrow morning?" "Excellent," said the wolf. "I'll come for you at 6. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones's turnip field, picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. And when the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. "Sorry, I couldn't wait," said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. "No harm done," he said. "By the way, there is a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples?" "I must cook my turnips," said the little pig. "Let's meet there tomorrow morning." "Splendid," said the wolf. "Shall we say at 5? There's Iris. Say hi, Iris. The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went off for the apples. It took longer than he'd expected to reach Merry Meadow, and while he was busy gathering apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. "Do try one of these," he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. The next day, the wolf came again. Really, he was quite put out. "There's a fair today on Hog Hill," he said. "Would you care to go?" "Why don't we meet there?" said the little pig. "Would 3 o'clock suit you?" "Colossal," said the wolf. 3 it is. And just to make sure, he would be there at 2. At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. And suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. And without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside of an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by a great round thing that came down the hill. "Frightened you, did I?" said the little pig. "That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside." This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. "I've been nice long enough," he cried. "I'm going to eat you up right now." And he climbed onto the roof. And when the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire. "Here I come," cried the wolf. "Dinner time." "You can say that again," said the little pig. And he cooked the mean old wolf and gobbled him up. Iris is enjoying this book just as much as we were. That's pretty exciting. Can you say hi to our folks at home? Okay, boys and girls. So the three little pigs. These three pigs each made a house out of different things. Can you remember what that was? One made a house out of straw, another out of sticks, and the third out of bricks. And which one seemed to have the most success? Which one didn't really have his house destroyed? The one who made his house out of the bricks. So we're going to be thinking about what these three ninja pigs use or build with, or I don't really know what they're going to be doing in this book, but we'll see how these three do something differently and how the wolf reacts, I suppose. So thank you for reading with me today, and I will see you tomorrow.